Hello fellow YouTubers. Pardon me, it's a gas. Today's Wednesday, September 19. It hasn't been a bad sort. It's been a bit warm for my liking, 27 degrees. Humidity was around about 70%, so just getting up there a little bit. It doesn't look too bad, does it? Hello fellow YouTubers. It's Wednesday, September 19, and it's been an ordinary sort of day. It's been a bit too warm for my liking. I'm 27, and the cool breeze we had yesterday wasn't that cool. It was sort of just coolish. Had died down a bit. It's a little bit overcast now. It's getting on to around about 4:30 in the afternoon, and there's a bit of cloud around. There is possibility of a thunderstorm, but it would be dry, I would think. A dry storm. Well, I was up early this morning. I was up at 8:15 because I had a doctor's appointment at 10:30. I always like to get up early, so I could plan on having a breakfast and relax. My wife had gone to visit her aunt in the nursing home, which is a considerable distance from me, but the bus pulls up right out the front door. She gets up at, well, she was up at 4 this morning. 4 in the morning! Because the two animals who sleep on her bed wanted to go out and do whatever they wanted to do. I said, why don't you leave the laundry light on and they can go out by themselves? They don't need an escort. She says, oh, they're afraid to go out in the dark. I said, they're not afraid to go out in the dark at all. They're just big sooks. So, of course, when I was here by myself looking after the animals, when my wife went down to Albury, that's what I did. I just left the laundry light on because I wasn't getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to take the two animals out to do whatever they wanted to do. Yeah, so anyhow, that's enough of that. And she got home at 10 o'clock and I left not long, probably about 10-12 minutes later. And I was able to get a parking spot fairly easily, but it being a Wednesday. Tomorrow, Thursday, will be a different story. But I'm not going to go there because they'd be rambling on about it unnecessarily. And it was probably only a 400-metre walk to the surgery. It's a reasonably flat work. But I've been pretty breathless of late. Well, I've been breathless for a long time, but my breathing seems to be getting worse. And my doctor noticed that, you know. Oh, I tell you, a miracle happened. Well, from my perspective, anyhow. Appointment for 10:30, I got in at 10:30 on the dot. Now, I don't wear a watch, but I saw my doctor's watch, and it was 10:30 on the dot. Wow, that's unbelievable. Doesn't happen very often. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes, he spotted it straight away. He said, you're not breathing very well. I'll have a listen. He listened to my chest, and he said, He said, no, I'm not really happy with that, John. I said, you're not happy with it? Well, how do you think I feel? So he put me on some prednisone. I got to have prednisone 2 a day for the next 10 days, and then 1 a day for 5, and then half for another 5. But I've got to go back and see him on Monday. He wants to know if it made any difference, and particularly with the medication he gave me for my gut problem. Yes, I'm still having the gut problem. I wake up every morning feeling as sick as a dog, and it lasts all day and well into the night. In fact, it's 24/7. And it is really aggravating. It's really pissing me off to the nth degree. So much so that at times it's so bad I feel like getting a knife and slitting myself across the gut. Yeah. I think everything's going to go away. Isn't it ever going to go away? So anyhow, he's put me on some other medication to see how it works. That's why he wants me to go back. And he's also referred me to a surgeon, to have a colonoscopy and a gastrostomy. Yeah, a gastrostomy. I don't know how we'll go about that. Last time I had one of those, which was quite some time ago, or 2 of the both of them. They sort of, you're not right under. You're sort of in dribs and drabs. You're what's going on. I could feel pressure as they were pushing the scope up the back passage. I could feel myself moving. He must have been putting some effort into it. Yeah. Anyhow, and the gastrostomy I don't remember at all. I think I remember seeing the instrument. I was sort of in a fugue state, you know, looking through blurry eyes. But when I woke up, I was as sick as a dog. Oh, I felt terrible. I had to have a V-bag. So I will tell them that if it goes ahead, I will need a V-bag because I don't handle anaesthetic very well and I will more than likely be very ill. And also, I'll be out of it. I'll be like in the twilight zone. I'll be seeing 2 or 3 or 4 of everything. Well, after I came back from the doctors, I wanted to go out to the plaza. Yes, it was me who wanted to go out. My wife wanted to go into town. She wanted to get a $100 phone card to top up her mobile phone, but she could do that at Big W. Because I decided to get myself a Fitbit. Because my wife's got one. She's had one for a couple of years, and I was impressed with this sort of information it gives. I don't know how accurate the information is, but it you know, your calories and how much the distance you've walked and your heart rate and all this. This thing has got a whole heap of stuff. It's supposed to have a GPS and what have you on. But you see, of course, what happens when I get home? What was it? I think it was $2.90 or something. I got it because you get a 10% discount card. It cost me $2.60. But I'm thinking I might take it back. But anyhow, what happened is I got onto the website here. It says fitbit.com/devices and setup. Well, I got onto the devices one. It's not even there. I mean, there is a whole plethora of devices on that page, but this isn't there. No, nothing there. No Fitbits at all. And then I got onto the setup, because you're supposed to see the setups. You know, the old days when you got the full instructions and that. No, it doesn't happen much these days. No. Everything. The instructions here are all in. Well, I don't know what language it is. Whether it's not French, I don't think. I'm not sure what it's in, but there's just a hint of English. Now you've got to get onto the World Wide Web, Google, and you've got to download all this stuff. But I'm going to have to do it from my iPad. I'm going to have to get my son to do it. But if he's having any problem, I'm just going to take it back and say, I'll have a refund. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's well, I'm not going to open it because that's what it looks like. Yeah, it's a real needle. And I did have a look on YouTube this afternoon about a couple of reviews, and they were okay. Right. So anyhow, that's how it goes, eh? Even the setup for the Fitbit Versa, no, it wasn't there. It was just some other thing. Anyhow, I don't fool around with it. So, right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick reading again, and aren't you glad for that? You're going to say, "Oh, yippee yahoo!" Well, I think just another day is pretty cool. I think it's a funny story in many ways. It's also very serious. But anyhow, without further ado, then the pain started. That's how I finished off with the last one. A mild pulsating twinge that was, like the fibrillation before the leg cramp, a warning that something more heinous was about to happen. And it well and truly pissed him off. Bloody hell, he thought. I don't believe this. What is it with all this goddamn fucking shit? Especially this, for Christ's sake. Jeremy had been ingesting a liquid fibre supplement twice a day, every day, for the past 8 months, and had found, much to his surprise and subsequent relief, it had worked. So why was the curse of civilised or Western humanity about to rear its ugly head once again on this bastard of a morning of just another day? Since his late teens, Jeremy had suffered intermittent bouts of pain and utter discomfort associated with the hernia-like distension of hemorrhoids. He had found temporary relief over the past 30 years or so from creams, tablets, suppositories. And twice he had had to visit a doctor to have a pea-sized lump incised to rid himself of a particular type of excruciating pain. But the residual effect of the affliction was always there with him, just waiting to resurrect itself. And it always did. But the intake of the extra fibre had changed all that, making the stools softer and easier to pass, and giving his body the chance to heal what before had never truly healed. So why the pain? And why now, when he hadn't had the pain for so long, or any telltale signs of hemorrhoids at all? And he had thought that maybe it was because he had manipulated his sphincter muscles as an aid to urination. Or maybe it had something to do with the cramp. Or maybe it's just one of those things that just happen at any time, morning, noon or night, on any day of just another day. Who knows? But for whatever reason, the ache was there. And Jeremy knew he was in for an extended period of more the teeth getting pain and wouldn't be able to sleep unless he did something to relieve it. And massaging his anus with a finger through the material of his boxer shorts while concentrating on 2 words, no pain, had worked before. But he knew he'd end up with a brown stain on the inside of his shorts and his finger would smell. The most sensible thing to do was to get up, swallow 2 paracetamol tablets and sit on the toilet and massage his anus with the aid of a wad of toilet paper. That always worked. And he would be able to wash his hand. But he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to get out of the bed again. So he opted for his first thought and damn the legations. After all, he wouldn't smell his finger. And he could place his shorts in the pre-wash soaker in the morning. This morning of just another day. But as Jeremy lay with his eyes closed, massaging and concentrating on the 2 words, no pain, he heard a pop. His immediate thought was his wife, Doreen, popping in her sleep. For she had a tendency to make strange noises on occasions. Snored like a trooper from time to time too. He listened as he massaged, hoping it was his wife, ready to give her a gentle nudge or 2, or more if necessary, with his elbow to her back in order to prompt her turn around and put a stop to the noise. Pop, pop, pop. He turned his head, bringing his left ear closer to his sleeping wife. Pop, pop, pop. No, it's not her. And then he realised what it was. And you know what it is. Oh no, he thought. It's that goddamn fucking frog. Pop, pop, pop. There were 2 types of frogs that visited the backyard when it rained. A big green and pale yellow one who had a habit of sitting on the side fence and making his presence known with a hearty and boisterous varrock, varrock. And the kind Jeremy didn't mind at all because it wasn't persistent. But the other, the little olive green brownish black fly that sounded a resonating, aggravating, drive you absolutely nuts pop every 5 seconds of every minute of every hour for hours on end, Jeremy didn't like at all. In fact, he detested, despised and truly hated the little shit. Still, there wasn't anything he could do about it, unless he rummaged through his bedside cabinet and located his earplugs. Trouble was, you have to get out of bed to do that and switch on the light. He'd end up making a lot of noise and that would wake his wife. He didn't want to do that. Never hear the end of it if he woke Fisher and Paykel. That was Jeremy's nickname for his wife, who, unlike the frigidness of the refrigerator, the same name that sat on the kitchen floor and served a purpose, her frigidness did nothing but to irritate and frustrate. Jeremy had thought she might be experiencing the menopause, but she didn't show any of the telltale symptoms associated with the change of life, so he reckoned it was more like, for whatever reason only known to her, the menopause. The pause women have from men when they aren't having the pause. And just like the popping frog, there wasn't anything he could do about it. And God knows how he tried. 2 or 3 nights a week he would take the initiative and caressed her thigh and gently run a finger along the crevice of her buttocks. And what did he get? Nothing but, "You're just having a feel, are you?" Before she would show him all of her back and pretend sleep. No wonder he fantasised about Stephanie. I think I'll leave it there. Because it's 15 minutes and more. Yeah. Yeah, she'll like to hear about Stephanie. What red-blooded male wouldn't? So I want to thank you for watching. And until next time. Bye for now. Holy smoke, it's 7 minutes past 5. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?